Hello everyone. I got a question about subliminals. So today I want to talk about what subliminals are, how they work, how to incorporate them, and a few other tips regarding subliminals, and also how you can allow creativity to flow through you by using subliminals. So basically, subliminals are similar to meditation in that it puts you into a trance state. However, they're a little different because it is a tool to reprogram your subconscious mind. And subliminals use basically affirmations, and you hear it over and over again, and it imparts that thought and makes it into a belief, which will change your life. So self-hypnosis is kind of similar in that way also, but I feel like self-hypnosis is a little bit more structured. It has specific phrases and sayings, and it's a little bit more complex. And that also reprograms your subconscious mind as well. And our subconscious mind is where we create everything in our reality. So that's why it's really important to have the correct program in your subconscious mind so that you can create what you desire. And another key tip is when you're starting to listen to subliminals, you want to make sure that you're not taking in old programming. So you're imparting new programming. You got to make sure that you're not watching the news or you're not taking in other negative things through videos, social media, content you watch, also TV shows, everything you want to surround yourself with that is in alignment and supports that new program you're putting in. So if you're doing like beauty subliminals and love, you don't want to watch things that are violent because that goes against the new program that you're putting in. Also, I wanted to mention a little bit about music. Music is also a form of subliminal programming. So let's say you like a song, the beat is good, there's nothing wrong with that, but you got to also be very careful because the lyrics that are imparted is same like the subliminal programming. So the music may be okay, but what is being said. So you want to make sure that that's also in alignment. So if you like, you could create your own subliminals. You create a bunch of affirmations that you want to see imparted into your life to become new belief systems. You record it. You could do it on your phone and then just add music over it, some positive music that you like that feels good to you. And then I would mask it because our ego is very clever. If it hears something and it doesn't believe it to be true, it's going to discount it. So let's say you say something in your subliminal like, I'm wealthy. The ego's going to say, I don't see proof of that. So it's going to reject it. So it's a little bit harder. So mask subliminals where you put the volume down very low. Like it'll sound like a muffle sound, but it still goes into your subconscious mind. So you could do it that way. You don't want the volume so low where you can't hear anything, but it should sound like kind of a muffled sound if you want to make your own subliminals. Okay, and how can you incorporate subliminals into your life? So I would say start out, listen to the subliminals at night and in the morning. If you can listen to it throughout the night. That's even better. But the amount of time it'll take for subliminals to take effect can be, and this is going off of my personal experience. So between 30 to 60 days, you'll notice internal changes. Like maybe your thought patterns change. You'll notice something within those days. Maybe not physical change. It can take place, but maybe not. But I would say within 90 days, so 3 months time, you should be able to see some physical changes take place. Maybe your manifestation can come true within that time frame. Maybe it won't, but there'll be some tangible evidence to show you that, yes, this subliminal is working. And you could combine subliminals too. I would really suggest that. So like the creativity one that I put out, you could mix that in with something that helps to remove negative limiting beliefs. That would be really helpful. That'll probably speed up the process in your manifestations. So let's talk a little bit about creativity. What is creativity? And I think of creativity is bringing something like a thought or idea from the non-physical into the physical reality. So it could be anything, like you have a thought of a painting you want to make. You buy paint, canvas, and then you create it. That's creativity. Or it could be like an invention. You want to improve somebody's life and you have this idea. How do you bring it into materialization? So I believe everybody is creative. We can't not be creative. We always have ideas, we have thoughts, we want to manifest things, we're creative. But the problem lies in how do we bring that about? And this is where we have a lot of trouble, and it stems from, like we talked about earlier, our subconscious blocks. So we have these limiting beliefs and thoughts that were programmed primarily through childhood, through the people we come in contact with, probably family at that time because we're young, or it could be anybody, and also our environment. It creates these thoughts, and then it becomes beliefs, and then it becomes a program in our subconscious mind. So like doing the subliminals will help you to reprogram your subconscious so you're no longer held to old belief patterns. So that'll open up space for creativity to flow in better. And like I mentioned earlier also, doing hypnosis or self-hypnosis is another way too to program your subconscious mind. So once your subconscious mind is programmed, you're more open to the infinite possibilities of how to bring about these ideas and thoughts that you have in your mind. And you could also watch my other video. It's on how to access your imagination. And in that one, I talked about connecting with nature and also meditation. And those are very key ways because it helps to quiet your mind. So when your mind is quiet, it's more open to be able to receive information that you need to help you like pursue whatever thoughts and ideas that came to you. So it's like a guide. But usually we have so many things going on in our daily life and our mind is basically cluttered. Think of it like a room. Like you have a room, but the whole room is full of things. And you want to put new things in, but the room is already full. You can't put anything new in. So basically, when we reprogram our subconscious mind, we take out the old items, and then there's a new pathway open now where new items can come in. So the same thing like that. So when you do that, you're more open to consciousness to pour in and allow that creativity to flow through you. So now you're not forcing it and trying to find a way to be creative. You've actually opened yourself up to receive the creativity. And that's where it comes in the best, because you can try to force yourself. Like if you're an artist especially, I don't know if a lot of people have experienced this. Sometimes you create, you got to make something. Like let's say you're in art class, or even if you work as a professional artist, you have to create because it's a part of it. You can't just wait for inspiration to come. But you could tell the difference between when the ideas and the thoughts and the artwork just flows through you, and it's amazing. You're captivated and amazed by what you created. And then there are times where it kind of comes from the ego, from yourself, like where you're forcing it. And you do it, and a lot of times you have a lot of thoughts while you're doing the process too, so it doesn't feel as good when you're creating it. So there's like a little, very slight difference when you allow creativity versus trying to force the creativity. And the last thing I want to talk about is when you're doing this, patience is very key. Because it can take some time. It wasn't overnight where all these thoughts and belief systems that you have were created. So it'll take time to change. It's same like if you want to work on your body, you want to lose weight, or you want to build muscle, it takes time. So same thing with your mind. It'll take time for changes to take effect, but you still have to be persistent and consistent with the routines that you do. So if you start doing subliminals, make sure that you do them every day, every night, every morning. And also start incorporating meditation and other forms of mindfulness practices so you're able to stay into the present moment. So when the ideas and thoughts come to you, you're able to grasp them and then you're kind of open to following the steps to get you to be able to realize that goal or dream. And that's basically it. That's all I have. So those are the steps that you can take to allow yourself to open up to creativity. And I'll have other subliminals coming up in the future too. So stay tuned. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.